How to cut turtleneck collar for a baby girl. So today I'll be showing you how you can cut two different types of turtleneck collar for a baby girl. So before you cut your turtleneck, first of all measure the neck like this. This is the zipper allowance where we notch. So I place my tape on that point now. I measure it all through like so. So what we are looking for is the turtleneck line is 12 inches. So what I have here to the zipper, this thing is 12 1/4. I can pinch it small to remove from the shoulder, the joining of the shoulder. You can pinch it a little to remove the quarter. So I'm going to cut the turtleneck now. When I go to machine, I will pinch a little from the neck to make it fall at 12. So how to cut your turtleneck now? This is a collar gum. This is what we call collar gum. There is gum on it. The inside, I fold it inside like this. And what I'm using here is 4 inches and a half. This is 4 inches and a half. The width, the length, I fold it into 2, and I have a 15 inches here. That is 7. So 7 and a half here, that is 15. So the length is 15, then the width is 4 and a half. Now, my turtleneck is the baby turtleneck is 12 inches. So 12 inches divided by 2, I will have 6 inches. Since I fold this, it's already folded into 2. So I will go ahead and mark my 12 inches. That is 6. If you divide 12 by 2 is 6. So my sewing zip allowance, I will add the zip allowance to it. Zip allowance is 1 1/2 inch. So if I add my 1 1/2 inch, this is what I will get here. Let me use marker for you to see. So let me mark my 7 1/2 like this. I can connect it with my ruler like so. Then on this point now, I will just, what you are trying to get is the round neck. See the shape of this dress now. The round is like this. Know the shape of round now. The round is like this. So we are trying to form this round now. So I will go ahead and mark 2 inches. From this measurement, I will mark 2 inches. Then I will divide the midpoint of this 7 1/2. It will give me 3 3/4. 3 3/4. So this is my 3 3/4. That is the midpoint. So from this angle, I mark 2 inches. The middle of this midpoint again, I can divide it like so. I can divide the midpoint again and just mark here. So from this point, I will mark 1 1/2 inch. From this center of the midpoint, I can mark 1 inch. But all I'm trying to do is to carve around the shape. So I will just, even without marking, I can just connect my hand like this. I'm trying to carve the round like so. When you carve it, you can check the shape yourself. If you see that what you carve is not smooth, you check the round that is not okay, you can blend it well. You can blend it well. Just use your eye and measure. As a tailor, you need to learn how to use your eye to measure something, to know that this thing will be fine, it's equal, it's not equal. So I haven't done that. I will go ahead and mark now 1 inch. This collar is going to be 1 inch. So I will mark 1 inch like so. I will mark another 1 inch. Just connect it with 1 inch. And connect your chalk like so. I'm connecting my marker now. And when you get to this point, don't allow it to be sharp. Make sure you carve it well, like round. You're trying to form round this thing. So having done that, you still place your tape like so and measure this upper part. Measure this thing. The 7 1/2 inch we are trying to get. So mark it like this and connect it to the down part to make it straight like so. So see what we have here. So let me cut the collar out now. Cut this part. So if you check that the wideness is too much, see what I have here is the round we are trying to form. You see the round is forming, see the shape, it's forming round already. If you check that the wideness is too much, you can trim it a little. Let me remove small from it. I don't want the collar to be too big. It's for a child, so that it will not choke the baby. Okay, so see what we have here. The collar is ready. This is one. Let me show you how you can cut the round collar. This one is round collar. Let me show you. This is a collar gum too. I just iron it. You see the way it is. I'm folding it now into 4. You can measure the width is like 4 inches. If I open it like this, like 7.5, okay, 7.5 by 8.5, you can just fold something. I fold it into 4 like so. Now, for me to get that 12 inches, I'll place my tape like this. I'm trying to get 12. So when you divide your 12, divide it by 4, you have 3 inches. Now for me to get that 3 inches here, I can place my tape like this. Just fold your tape like you're cutting round. Now you know the way we cut round to get the 3 inches. So check this part now, from this place to the upper part. I have a 1 3/4 of an inch. So I can now place my tape now to form that round. Let me use 1.5 first. I'll use chalk on this one first before I will use marker. I hope you're seeing 1.5 inches. Place 1.5. So you connect it like this. Your form. So let me use marker to mark it for you to see properly. It's 1.5. I use 1.5 to mark the round like this. So I want to cut it and check the measurements again. So when I open it like this, this is what I will get. If you open it like this, the measurement is now 6 inches, not 3 inches again. So I will check my 6 inches like this. So what I have here is 6 inches. So that 1.5, I can trim it again like 1/4 from it. That is what we are to use for this, is 1 3/4. So you can trim 1/4 from it again, like so. And you measure like this. Okay, so we have a 13 inches here. That is 6.5. It's okay for zip allowance. So I will now go ahead now and mark my collar. The wideness of the collar. If I want to use 1 inch, I will mark 1 inch like this, round. Mark 1 inch like so. If you want to use 1.5, you go ahead and mark 1.5. But for a baby like this, 1 inch is okay. I don't want the collar to be too big. So you go ahead and mark 1 inch round like this. I want a small collar, so I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is what we'll have here as a round collar. You can now split it. You can open it now. You see what we have here. So this is the round collar. How you can cut your round collar. Let me measure the round now. This side is 12. So this is the collar now. See how beautiful it is. You can measure it round. There is something I want to show you. This particular collar is for this kind of neck. You know, the high neck I cut with 1 inch. Why the front I cut with 2 inches. That is the depth. I cut with 2 inches for this collar now. But for this one, there is something. This one now, I cut another neck for this one to show you. This one you have to cut both front and back 2 inches depth. When you cut the front 2 inches depth, you cut the back 2 inches depth. This one neck is always wider than this one. That is the way this round collar works. It's always wider than this one. This one you can fix it with high neck of 1 inch, but this one for a baby like this that I use depth 2 inches, I use the same 2 inches at the upper part. So if we have 12 inches here minus sewing allowance, this one will be more. This one now will have a up to 14 or more. So you see 14 inches here, that's 14 and a half inch. It's okay for this collar. So I will go ahead now and gum this one. I'm just showing you how you can get your round collar, but what I want to fix on this one is this. The same method I will use to gum this one now is the same method you can also use to gum this one and fix. So let me go ahead and gum this one to show you. So when you want to gum your collar, you can make choice of the fabric, the pattern that you want. The pattern that you want the collar to be placed on. So you can go ahead and make choice. So I will use this pattern. I don't want the brown to show. There's a lot of brown on this fabric. So I will use this one now to gum my collar like this. So I will just place it like so and gum it. I think the fabric is too much. Let me shift. Okay, because I don't want the brown. Let me shift it a little. Use the gum to kiss the fabric, the back side, the wrong side. Let the gum kiss it and you can iron it like this. So you can trim it out. So I will go ahead and cut it now. So each of these parts, the upper part and the down part, you make sure you remain like ½ inch. See what I'm doing? So I will also remain ½ inch this part, this down part, like this. I'll still remain ½ inch all through. Like so, make sure you remain allowance at this part now. So let me mark chalk. This is the front. This is the wrong part. This is the wrong part that I marked chalk. Now you come to this down part. Now you can notch it to the center of it, like so. You can also notch this one the center too, like so. Then you come to this part now. You fold this one to lap on the collar gum like this. If you fold it like this, that means when to fix the collar, you're going to run thread on top. I'm showing you 2 methods. You're going to run thread, whereby you sew from the back like this. You measure the center of this one, sew from the back, and turn it to the front like this and run thread on top. So you need to iron it like this to be neat. But for this one, I'm not going to run thread at the back. There is no lining on this dress, and so I'm going to flat it now. I don't need to fold it like that. I'm just to turn the upper part and fix my collar. So I just wanted to show you how you can do your own if you want to run thread on top. So I will go to the machine now and sew the upper parts like this, turn and iron it. Sew the collar now. Don't allow your thread to climb on this collar gum. If not, you will have a problem there. Just sew on this allowance, very tiny, remain a small space, like don't climb on the collar gum. See what I'm doing now? So you sew it very tiny, close to the gum. Then you go ahead and notch it. Don't allow your scissors to cut your thread, please. Slant it. Don't cut it straight when you're notching, for you to have a smooth edge. So I will go to the table now and iron it. So you iron it like this. Push it out. This is the gum part. Oh. Push it out like this, just for you to make it smooth. You can now hold it like this. See how beautiful it is. You iron it now again on top like this. Make sure you hold it equal. Iron both front and back for it to balance well, so you can fix it. So you hold the two like this, the two edge like this. Place it equal and notch the center of it. Also do the same thing to the gown. Hold it like this and notch the center of the front neck like so. So you can now fix your collar. Make sure the gum, the collar gum, that is the front. Don't bring it inside. The collar gum is the front, that will be outside showing. So you place the front, which is the collar gum, to the front fabric like this, and you sew it round. You just sew it round like this. Come to this part now, you hold it, turn it like this. Now you have to sew it on top of the fabric. Yes. I can trim this remaining allowance, so you see what we have here. As a turtleneck for baby girl, very beautiful.